E-Star Detonator make it possible to program almost any delay. Having the possibility to program any delay results in the
You alright, Scrapper? Yeah, man. Do something about that shit, man.
Trap on me like a motherfucker, bitch. I keep the stacks on me, got the racks on me, and I ball like it's rocker, bitch. Niggas be bitching and bitches be snitching. So you know I can't cover, bitch.
Hey, what's going on, Christian? I think they hitting my dog with some type of frequency, or hitting, they're sending frequency weapons, and it's affecting my dog, man. He keeps doing this. I looked it up on YouTube though, and they say it's something called kennel cough, but I don't know. The last few days, man, just trying to duck these weirdos, man. I tried to do it. Well, it wasn't really a detox, but it was like charcoal soap. I did, you know, that fucking, man, that nanotechnology is something serious, bro. Like, bro, that shit is all over, like, well, I'm sure you know it's on the inside of us, but that shit's on the outside of us too, man. It's like long ass strings of fiber, man, and when they control that shit, like that shit can shape up your face, that shit can do all types of shit. When they start fucking pointing them fucking frequencies at the motherfucker, man, you know when they point the frequencies, it's crazy, because damn, man, my dog, man, been doing this shit for the last 3 fucking days. It's crazy, man, because you know the nanotechnology, the fibers, the Morgellons fibers, they're it's like they're cyborgs and shit. They're part fucking, you know, they're organic, and then they're part machinery and shit. So, you know, they have babies and shit. They spawn in us and shit. And when they point them frequency weapons at them, they go crazy and they start fucking spawning all in you and shit. So we're like super infested with that bullshit. And when that charcoal soap, bro, that charcoal soap, and you get one of these. You gotta get one of these, man, and rub it like it's like a real, like those things are real fine. They're like needles and shit. So you don't rub it across your face hard and shit. You just do it. You just trail it along your face really fucking slow, man. And you'll see all types of fucking, it looks like lint. It looks like lint, man. And you'll get all that shit fucking, you gotta do it real fucking, you know, don't be fucking trying to dig in your face and none of that bullshit. You just tap your face, make sure the tip of those bristles is on it, and you just drag it like you rake it, like you drag it all the way across your face, but very lightly, because this shit will fucking scar the shit out of you. It'll scar the shit out of you if you really, you know, you gotta do it really lightly, man, and you'll pull all types of strings. And what it does with that frequency shit, it shapes your fucking, they can shape your face with it. They can shape your face with it. All types of shit, man. Oh man, it's crazy, man. Yeah, that's him grunting right there. It's bad, man. He's been doing that for like a week now. And I think it's when I think they're shooting frequencies in here to make him do that shit. But I did I've been on YouTube and shit trying to see what's going on with it too, like to see if anybody else's dog has had that type of shit. And a couple people, well, they haven't, they haven't really showed a different dog doing it, but they pretty much say the symptoms are like kennel cough. There's something called kennel cough or some shit. So I'm gonna let it ride. They said give him some Robitussin. Give him some Robitussin and it should work. But still, like, I don't know. Still kind of iffy on that. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Oh yeah, I heard about all that shit. Do you think it's in most? Man, this shit is in everybody in the world, bro. Everybody in the world is infested with this. That shit, it originates from the chemtrails and shit like that, but it's highly contagious. So, there's nobody on this planet that doesn't have it, bro. And if you go fucking around trying to shake down the tree, like if you don't see the symptoms, if you're not seeing symptoms of it, if you haven't detoxed in a while, like if you were to use that fucking charcoal soap, I would recommend that you do a little detox first, man, because that shit, fuck, man, it's really fucking nasty feeling, man. It makes you feel like you're really fucking, it makes you feel nasty, man. And to know that these people are violating us and putting that shit in us, man, oh, man. It'll piss you off, bro. I mean, that shit is everywhere. Especially like where hair is on our body, because the shit looks like hair. It imitates what hair looks like, so it's fibers and shit. So, if you got like random, and I'm not saying this is all random gray hairs and shit, but you got random gray hairs popping out and all that fucking shit, or you'll see like a little line of gray hairs and shit. Most likely that's a fiber and shit, man. You get a bunch of like single fucking gray hairs, and I know people get gray hairs in their nose, and people I know all of that, man, but you'll know, bro, like you'll feel bumps, like if you feel a bump on your face and you just pull the hair out, it'll be like gray and shit. So we're infested with that shit, and if you're not seeing any symptoms and you want to fucking detox, man, I just say you take it real fucking slow, man. You take that shit slow because, man, this whole fucking weekend I've been oh man, it's fucking disgusting, man. It's disgusting, man. And whatever that charcoal soap got in it, it just fucking, man, that shit comes up. And like this brush, you'll see like when you drag it down, you'll see the hair. It's like silver. It's like silvery, like almost shiny silver fucking strings and shit. Not white strings, but like shiny fucking silver strings and shit. And then on top of that, like there's a bunch of little black dots and shit, like they're like black flakes and shit. I think that's like the smart dust or whatever, but excuse me, that's legitimate. There'll be a lot of like dark fucking black they're like flakes or some shit, man. I don't know but it'll leave you feeling really, really nasty. I'm cool now because I spent a minute just trying to fucking get that shit off, man. And that's just on my face. Like, that shit's all over our bodies, all on the inside and shit. Oh, it's really fucking nasty, man. Give Lil Man a styrofoam cup and some Promethazine. Nah, I don't need none of that. Marijuana, I'll stick to that, man. I'll stick to the weed. I like the downer feeling, but that looks a little too down for me. That's that's a little too down for me. I don't want to be falling asleep while I'm talking. Hey, Salon Fred. They violate my brain all day. V2K, men's torture. I don't think a detox will fix this. Oh, no, not at all, TL. I mean, I'm sure there's ways, man. Like, man, I just be trying to experiment on little things, like, you know, like, so, that's just as far as, like, I'm talking about, the chemtrail and all the nanotechnology on us, the more gallons, that shit. As far as all that other shit, man, there's not a detox for any. The only detox for this shit is, yeah, it's probably not even a good idea to even speak on that. You gotta, like, if these people were a virus, they're a virus that needs to be taken out. Put it like that. That's the I guess safest way I could put it, man. They're like a virus that needs to be, cleansed. Because I don't think no one's coming to save us, man. No one's coming to save us, and it doesn't look like we're even ready to save ourselves. Like, we're not really ready to push the envelope like that, man. Not only are we not ready to do it, but it's gonna be a long time coming, man. And that's only if they haven't succeeded to convince every targeted individual that we're out to get each other and shit. That's only if. Like, they're working on that too, and they're getting close. It seems like it's getting pretty close, man. Targeted individuals funking with each other. Definition of funking, having problems with each other and shit. It's not cool, man. Man, I love how you yell at the window at them white headlight perks with the megaphone. To you and all real T.I. Appreciate that, gang. Stalking Detroit. Is that Detroit or Detroit? Gang Stalking Detroit. Appreciate that. I was talking about for your dog's cough, but I was. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Jay Black? Yeah, I was just telling him about that soap that I was using, that detox, that charcoal soap. Man. Yep, just another day, man. Trying to duck their bullshit. shit. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yep, no doubt. I don't know if you've been to this one. San Carlos in Azure's. Or no, San Carlos and Delmas. San Carlos and Delmas. Yeah, but one of these days, hopefully, even if it's after I'm gone or after we're gone, maybe if it's even another generation or a couple generations from now, maybe we'll fucking find the strength to come together and beat this shit. Cause that's what it's gonna take. We gotta come together, man. And you know, one person ain't gonna do it, 2 people ain't gonna do it. Even 100 people are not gonna fucking do it. They've been doing this shit since the Jesus days. If they've been doing this shit since the Jesus days, I know there were a lot more people smarter than me to fucking smarter than idiot. Like, you know, it was some smart people back then, so you know, they would have came up with some type of fucking, you know, people in prison are able to fucking get laws made in their name. Like, literally, like if something is done to them wrong in the prison system, like they can fight that shit, and if they beat that, they'll make that law in that person's name. So, you know, if they do that in prison and they haven't been able to stop this gang stalking shit, this predictive policing or whatever fucking name they want to stamp on it, since it has so many different names, if they haven't been able to stop that, but they have been able to fucking, you know, rig up the fucking America's biggest fucking paycheck and make laws in the name of it. You know, it's gonna take something much more than just 100 people. Have you thought? Have you thought? Have I thought? I'm not sure what I thought about what. Them perks were all full effect today in San Jose. Oh man, bro, it's non-stop out here, man. The only way you can get away from these people is probably in your own house, and you probably can't even. They're probably somewhere in your fucking attic or in your basement, under your fucking bed. You know, wherever you don't fucking frequent, they might even be there, man. That's another thing, like being targeted and shit. Like, I'm glad I don't have a house. Like, I wanted, like, if I was to stay indoors, it would have to be like an apartment. It couldn't be something with a bunch of fucking blind spots. I don't even think an apartment. I think a studio. It would have to be a studio to where I could check that motherfucker before I go to sleep, man. Because I wouldn't feel comfortable going. You know, people be saying they be hearing people upstairs in their attics and shit. There's no way in the world I could fucking go to sleep like that. There's no fucking way. And then you know they be sending the construction worker. You know they be sending the construction worker booty bandits at me and shit in public places. That's the last thing I need for them motherfuckers to do is sedate. Hiding up in the attic, and when I fall asleep, sedate me and shit. That shit ain't going down. I'm checking everything. And then I'm finna put a knife under my pillow. I'm finna do all that shit. Like, I think it's as unsafe as it may seem to be out here like this. I think like this is the, you know, you have a few things to worry about if you get the weird ones and shit. Like if they tamper around with your vehicle and all that fucking bullshit, like they could do something to you. But yeah, it's just a different. I think it's much safer for, like, I think it's safer. And then, like, I'm really not, like, that's why they do what they do, because, you know, I'm really around my vehicle at all times, pretty much. So I think that's why they fucking chip and nitpick at it and fuck with certain shit. And you know, like they did something to where they dented my fucking well, the side of my van is dented and shit. And I noticed, like, as I was watching it, well, they already know about it anyways. There's like a gap, like a big gap on the bottom of my van and shit, so that splits open and you can literally stick your hand from the outside into the van. It's like on the very bottom, it's like on the floor of the van in the corner. So I don't know if they did that on purpose so they could stick shit in here or some fucking shit like that. But it's real fucking crazy. Like, it's, you know, they could easily fucking set me up. Put something in it, like reach their hand up in there and drop something in it. And it's strategically like right behind the shelf. Like, cause it's a, you know, the person I bought this van off of was a construction worker. So on one side it's a shelf, and on the other side it's a shelf for like tools and all that type of shit. It's all labeled. It says wires, fucking light screw. It says all types of shit. It's you know, he has everything labeled. It was a construction van and shit. So saying all that to say, the fucking hole is like strategically set behind one of them, so I can't even get back there unless I fucking you know, like even when I'm sweeping and shit in here, like I just have to fucking, it's real awkward fucking position to even sweep back there and shit, like, because it's a real fucking tight space. It's a real tight space, and now that I noticed that thing, so I'm probably kicking nothing but a bunch of fucking bottom dirt in this motherfucker anyways and shit. So I really gotta, you know, be back there and sweeping. Like the dogs is bad enough. Like if you don't stay on that shit, like this van will be like snow and shit. Like you gotta stay on that shit or it's like, fuck, man. Like shedding, like I never really noticed fucking dogs shedding until I fucking, you know, got dogs up in the van. Then you see what that shit is really. That shit is real. I was thinking about cutting them off bald-headed. Thought about moving cities, yeah. Definitely thought about moving cities, just not in a position to do it right now. And the way shit is going, man, I don't even think I'll ever be in a position, like, even with this fucking, even whatever that shit's called, the recession money, the fucking pandemic money and shit, like, all that shit's been bullshit for me. Like, you know, I went through hell of fucking bullshit to get that shit, and they still. And then, like, whenever I stack money and get money, just enough. I mean, maybe not just enough, but enough to be like, even to get out of this motherfucker for like 10 or 15 days and shit. Like, you know, whenever I get like that, bro, like, they fucking find a way to shut it down immediately. It's like they, you know, they're on to their shit. Like, I don't think there's a way you can hide your funds from these people. I don't care, like I've tried so much shit, like, I've tried selling shit on the internet, mixing it in with my fucking recycle money, and just, you know, they fucking count all that shit. Whenever you go to the store, they're right fucking there to fucking, you know, and the fucking cashiers and shit do all that shit. It's federally illegal for them to do it, I believe, but they do it. They'll tell them how much I spent, what the fuck I bought, and somehow they fucking subtract that shit from they subtract and fucking do all their wizard bullshit, and they know exactly how much fucking money I got to the fucking penny, man. So, you know, I've tried ways to hide that shit from them. I can't do it. It's like they're, and you know, they can see through our eyes and shit. That's a little too much for people who don't understand the program, so I don't mention it too much. But, you know, they probably just, as I'm counting my fucking money or whatever, just fucking counting it with me. It's fucking crazy, man. Count my fucking money with me. Oh, fuck. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Mo? Hey, Rich. Chief Handler, why do you follow me around? Chief Handler. Yeah, that fucking weirdo, man. That dude is something else, man. There's a bullet. There's probably like 5 or 6 different bullets with his name on them. You know, he's made some people angry. Better hope he don't got. You know, you gonna fuck with the wrong TI that's a wizard with those computers, man, and can track you like a fucking hound dog. You gonna fuck with the wrong TI, and he's gonna reach his limit. He's gonna be tired of you guys doing this shit. And he's gonna take one of you out, or she is. Yeah, Chief, you need to count your blessings, man. Cause your days are, you know, you will be revealed. You will be revealed. Your lottery ticket hasn't been punched yet, buddy, but it's coming. It's coming. You got the energy that's gonna attract. You're gonna meet your fate, buddy. Too many people, man. You probably drove people to suicide, you know. I fucking just hopped on. I've hopped on targeted individuals that have just found out that they're targeted, and it's probably been like their first day even making a video, and Chief Handler is right there with his negative bullshit. Chief, and I go in the comment section. You know, I don't go in the comment section looking for Chief Handler or nothing like that, but you know, I do be trying to, not like I'm on some type of bully patrol type shit, but you know, I be trying to see if anybody's trying to discount him and shit, discount or discredit, and I'll say something. But you know, Chief Handler, man, that dude just has too many fucking channels to fucking. He's hit so many fucking channels. It's crazy, man. That dude should be. You know, if he was really fucking. Excuse me, that's legitimate. If leaving a comment on different people's fucking channels would make you famous, that motherfucker Chief Handler would be a famous motherfucker, man. He would be damn near like Tom Cruise status, Samuel L. Jackson, some shit like that. Like, he'd be up there. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to pay forward for the shit you fucking did, buddy. And not with me either. And not with probably any. You got to pay that shit with God, my friend. You got to pay that shit with God, and He's watching. You probably a devil worshiper. He probably a devil worshiper anyway, so he don't care about that shit. He knows he's doomed. He knows he's doomed. Have you thought? Okay. They messing with me really bad. Can't get away from. Yeah, I know, man. It's hard, man. You just can't let them break you, bro. That's the main thing, is not letting them break you, man. We're gonna get angry because we're human, you know. And for anybody to say just ignore them, and I was guilty of fucking telling people to ignore them too, but you know, you can't fucking ignore these people, man. You can't fucking pretend that they don't exist. That's the whole part of the fucking psychological fucking bullshit, man, because you keep fucking pretending like you don't see it and pretending like you're ignoring it, and you don't let that shit out. You don't tell nobody, you don't vent it, you don't do videos and shit, man. That shit builds up, man. And if you don't do something to one of them, you're gonna get sick, man. You're gonna get really fucking sick. You're gonna feel fatigued. All that fucking bullshit, man, because the stress of this program is real, period, man. Stress will do a lot of shit to you. So the stress of this program, you gotta imagine like how much stress these people are putting on us, man. You gotta have some blowers, bro. You gotta let that shit out. Like, you gotta you gotta let that Hemi out your back, man, and let that shit just blow out, man, because you know, you don't want something to happen to you. You don't want to do something to these people. And you don't want to get sick, man. Especially like all of it, you know, some of us we have illnesses already and shit, physical ailments and all that shit, man. You don't want to add to that. I mean, it's really not about ignoring them. Like, I mean, you gotta, you know, come to terms with this shit is real, man. And this shit is gonna go on for the rest of your life. Knock on wood that it doesn't happen the rest of your life, but you gotta treat it like it's gonna be the rest of your life, because you don't wanna, you know, you don't wanna set yourself up for no disappointments and shit, man. And, you know, for those of us, like, I believe a little bit of the Bible, but I don't take to it because of the whole religion aspect, and I know shit's been tampered with and all that bullshit, but the fact still stands, like, most anybody and everybody that's in this program that is, you know, into the Bible, and that, you know, they say this has been going on since the Jesus days. So once again, like, you gotta treat this shit like it's gonna go on for the rest of your life. Knock on wood. But, you know, we gotta adapt to this shit, man. And a part of adapting to it is being able to vent it out, man. And vent it out, because this is gonna be the rest of your fucking life. And we weren't born like this, man. We were made like that. Like they you know, we would have been perfectly fine not knowing, or not. Like, you know, some of the things now that we know, we can, you know, we sit and we think about shit that's going on and going through our minds. And, you know, if we think about something, if it don't sound right to us, like, we're just not gonna fucking act out on it right away, because we know certain things about this program and what they can do, and what they, you know, what their whole fucking agenda is with us, whether it's making us look crazy, killing ourselves, all that fucking weird shit they want us to do. Touchless, hands-free and shit. Like, they're the remote control and we're supposed to act on. So we gotta beat the frequency to their little remote control, man. And fucking adapt to it. But if you pretend like it's not going on, it's gonna be real fucking hard on you, man. It's gonna get harder and fucking harder and fucking harder, because you're keeping that shit in. And, you know, the symptoms of stress might not kick in right away, but that day when it do kick in, you know, you're gonna fucking pop up with some fucking big ass ball in your titty, or, excuse my language, ladies, but you're gonna have a ball in your breast, or, you know, you're gonna have some type of fucking colon cancer, or fucking, you know, you're gonna, it's all fucked up, man. Stress leads to a lot of fucking bullshit. So saying all that to say, just, you gotta vent that shit out, man. And don't pretend like it's not going on. You just adapt to it and react to it in a different way. Like, we gotta learn how to react. Like, our reaction is everything. Our reaction to what they do is everything. It's even, you know, it's even connected to our fucking psychological, or psyche, I would believe, because, you know, when you're doing something repetitive to a certain action, whether it's or a certain feeling, whether it's anger, sadness, or happiness, whatever you're doing consistently is gonna become like a fucking, it's gonna become a way. It's gonna become a part of what you do. It's gonna become a part of how you deal with this shit. And it's gonna be like no thinking of it. It'll become natural, if you will. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up, man. You gotta fucking, you know, be a superhuman and do all types of fucking weird shit to fucking adapt to a life that God, you know, didn't mean for you. Like, this is all fucking devil shit. Like, from, I don't care if it's the buildings, like the buildings, the electricity in the buildings, the fucking cell phones, the street lights, the vehicles that we're driving in. All this fucking shit is devil shit. All this shit is connected to the fucking devil. All these fucking companies and organizations, even from the cars to the prisons, to the fucking paper copying machine places, to the fucking Jack in the Box, to all these fucking stores and all this fucking shit on the street. All this shit is connected with the fucking devil. They got the fucking insignia and fucking secretive fucking messages all in their fucking signs and shit. Like that only they can fucking read and understand, while everybody else thinks it's just a fucking taco shop and it says Marlo's Tacos. They're not looking at the symbols and all that fucking bullshit all over the buildings and shit. And then they be going in these places. We be going in these places and fucking cursing ourselves and fucking like you gotta think, just in fast food, right? Just in fast food, if energy really works the way they say energy works, which I believe it does, just the food that we get off people in them fast food restaurants, everybody and their mama works at it. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody and their mama, but you know, a fast food place will pretty much hire any fucking body. All they fuck there, you don't have to take no fucking boot camp or none of that shit. They tell you not to spit in the food. They tell you to wash your hands. But I can guarantee everybody, when they use that bathroom, they don't wash their hands, man. They do not wash their hands. They could be shitting and wiping their ass and fucking just walk out that fucking bathroom. Because if you've been doing something for all your life, if you've been shitting and not wiping your ass, or you've been shitting, wiping your ass and not washing your hands, you know, some people it becomes an attitude to where, you know, you tell them that you don't tell me what to do. You don't, you know, they'll just be vindictive and don't do it. You know, so just the energy that's put into our food with, like, from fast food places, and how many people are on that food line, and man, you gotta be very careful, man. And everything that we do is targeted individuals. But yeah, man, this is a devil world, man. The whole matrix, the whole setup, all everything. You know, not only are they killing us with it, like, they're pretty much killing all humanity. They're killing up the planet, man. You know, these roads and shit, like, it might seem over dramatic, and I don't really care because it's true. It might sound over dramatic to some people and shit, but these roads and shit that we drive on, and all these fucking freeways and all that shit, like, you know how many animals it took to kill to be able to fucking like, they literally got rid of a lot of fucking wildlife, man. Just on this little road that I'm on right now, probably over 100 different animals died just so we could be able to drive on this fucking bullshit. Just this road right here alone. So all the roads in America, all the roads in the world, just imagine how much life they've taken off the planet. Alright, that to the side. If that's not, you know, a serious thing to people. Alright, so the animals isn't serious enough. Not only are they taking out the animals, but they're taking us out as well, because every day we got frequencies running through our body. If it was one frequency, it's still fucked up one frequency, but this is over 100 different frequencies in a miles radius that we have jumping through our bodies and shit. And, you know, while one frequency might not be good, we're staying at that frequency, so it's not, you know, it might be fucked up for us, but, you know, it's not jumping all around and fucking activating weird shit all up in us and shit. Like the frequencies we drive through on a daily basis, just with the Morgellons and the fucking nanotechnology we have in us, that shit's fucking us up every fucking day, man. People be thinking they got fucking migraine headaches because of their stress. Like, this shit, this nanotechnology is really serious, man. That shit grips around your pressure points. That shit's all, man. People think I'm bullshitting, man. They can literally change the shape of your face with this shit, man. They can make your face look bloated. They can make you look like fucking anorexic. Like, they can, and you, it's like right there, the main area is like your sideburn area. When you get down to your ears, it's like right on the side of your earlobes, on the back of your ear. It comes to your beard, and your little slope, the slope up your nose and shit. You'll get like real dark spots up in it, man. That nanotechnology is no fucking joke, man. They're hitting me with powder. Watch out, bro. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, bro, and it's not, I don't think it's powder, man. I think that it's nanotechnology, bro. Like, they have a way, they can put it in your food. They can put it in your poison, whatever your poison, your fucking weed, your whatever fucking poison you choose. I'm not sure about alcohol and shit, because you can buy that shit closed at the store, and so you don't, other than the nanotechnology that's already in that shit, probably, you're probably pretty safe with that shit. And I would still only sell it, be very careful with that as well. Like, check your shit, like make sure the can ain't got no holes, or the top of the fucking 40 bottle don't. The little aluminum lid don't got no holes and shit. But I think with beer and shit, you're pretty safe. But anything else, man, they can add, man. They can add, man. And some of this food, like, I know sugar works really well with nanotechnology. So if you have people offering you like fucking Arizona, like they like to offer, and I know why now. I've had people offer me fucking Arizona fucking fruit punches, man. The tall cans of Arizona fruit punches, and they just fucking, they walk by. Hey, it's a hot day here. You want this and shit, like. And, I be edgy and shit, like, I don't. If they ask me that shit, I'll take it and I just sell it. I sell that shit to like somebody out here. If I, I don't, or I just won't fucking take it. But like, if it's something like that and shit, like I won't fuck with it. Like, I won't drink the shit. I'll sell it. I'll sell that shit, but I won't fucking drink it and shit. I'll start this shit. I'll start a live up in like a little bit, you guys. I'll start another live up. But you guys have a good one, man. And don't let these fucking weirdos fucking get to you, man. Lord knows, man.